Welcome, Garibarians, to another edition of the Gare Bear Review. We are probably around video 60 by now. I haven't been able to check, the old odometer yet, but we're probably around there somewhere. And I would love to give a special thanks to all the fans out there who watch my videos, our videos, I might add. We're over 1,000 views, and keeping climbing. It's actually probably over 1,100 by now. We want to thank everybody who keeps watching, and I hope you do keep watching. But make sure you stay tuned, because today we're going over Insidious Chapter 2 from the Film District Production Company, from an opening gross of over 40 million. That's right, it is the next chapter of Insidious, and some of us are pretty scared of reading it. Well, too bad, shit stains. Nothing scares the Gare Bear except snakes. Why does it always have to be snakes? It's always gotta be snakes. But I gotta admit, this one actually gave me goosebumps the entire film. I'm actually serious here. It didn't scare me per se, but it freaked the ever-loving shit out of me. Everything involved with this film freaked me out. I gotta say, this installment was way better than its predecessor. For some odd reason, this one was written so much better than its original uh, release. I don't know why. That's just what I'm saying. It's the only difference here, really. The only difference here is that James Wan, the director, and Leigh Whannell, who both wrote the story and its screenplay, where in the first one it was just Whannell who did the writing aspect of it, which I thought was very interesting to see. So I'm just gonna let you, the audience, be the judge of that one to see, where along the lines you think is the big selling point. Is it the writing? Is it directing? Maybe is it the casting? Because it's pretty much the same casting here as well. Now they did bring Patrick Wilson and the lovely Rose Byrne back to action, because let's face it, it's you kind of had to do with it, being a sequel and all. They also brought back the children because, again, it's a sequel and they had to. I like them from the first, so it's kind of a conflict with it. If you really think about it, it wasn't really wasn't a casting. The casting wasn't a problem. Like Wilson and Byrne. Now I finally figured out like who it actually was and why I started laughing. Thankfully, towards the I did like seeing everybody who was in this film. Wilson and Byrne, they had me since the first one. I like where they were going with their characters, especially now that I saw this one. They took their characters into a whole different line of craziness here, especially with Wilson's character. My God, as soon as you see it, you'll flip your shit. Now, actually started laughing. Thankfully, it was towards the end of the film, because towards in the middle you don't really see her as much, the demon. But it was actually kind of funny because I I realized who the actress was, and if you don't know her, you will. Her name is Danielle Bashuti, I believe that's how to pronounce it. She plays the demon in the film. If you don't recognize her, that's okay. This woman is a chameleon of talent in her roles. Like, she's always dressing up or dressing down, for that matter. She's always in a different a different light in all of her films and TV shows and stuff. But I didn't even know it was her until the end. She was actually a recurring character on Nickelodeon's True Jackson VP. She was actually the one who, I believe her name was Amanda on the show. I don't remember, it was a while ago. But it was just so funny to see that she was there, and it was actually great to see her in a role as well, because she wasn't in the original. The character was only referenced in the beginning, in the first one, and here they actually go way further into who she actually was. What I actually did love about this film, though, was how it was written. Unless you've already seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was written so well. It wasn't just that, to be honest with you. I mean, it was where they place certain scenes. Like, take the first scene, for example. You flash back to when Josh was a kid, and in the very beginning, in the very beginning scene, it shows you what Josh went through as a kid with the same problems with his family's going through now. And the scene is at the beginning of chapter 2, when normally you kind of get the better, bigger backstory of that time period in the beginning, not really, later on. it was just interesting that to see, like, after you see what they go through, and then you get the backstory, and then you get the continuation from that story, and then the whole movie was just written so, I can't even express how amazingly written this film was. But like I said, they did it right away, and I love them for doing it that way. You know, it was just the right way. It was a great way to see a horror film done the right way. Um, you also have the cat. You have a great cast here. You also have great writing, well directed, good scene placement. To be honest, I definitely gotta say the 2 thumbs up for me. Definitely a recommender. I would definitely check it out. You will not be disappointed, unless you're really scared. But then again, that's your problem, not mine. But if you didn't see the first one, I'm telling you right now, you're probably gonna have a bad time. Maybe, what's funny though is that it's not a it, it works well. All right, so what I'm trying to say is it works better if you see the first one, because it literally takes right after from the first one, because they go into, I can't believe Josh killed the woman, I can't believe this happened in his house, blah blah blah, the mother's getting indicted, blah blah. It really worked well from the Insidious 1 to Insidious 2, to the end of Insidious 2. Now, from what I'm gathering, it may be there may be a chapter 3, especially the way they ended it. I I'd give it a 95% on probably that they will have a chapter 3, which I will love probably even more than the second one. And you will have a really fun time here. You will also have a fun time subscribing to my channel. That's right, you knew where I was going with this one. You can do that right here behind me on the poster, or anywhere that I put it, or my guys put it. You can do that right here. You can also make sure you come back next time, because we're going behind the scenes of In a World. If you know the movie, it goes behind those guys, the voiceover community. Don LaFontaine. So we hope to see you guys next time.